Hey Flosstube, this is Christy, the cross stitcher. Welcome back to my channel. If you're one of my subscribers, if you're brand new to this channel, hi, hello, welcome. I'm Christy, I'm a cross stitcher. I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. This is my channel where I mostly talk about cross stitch. Today is Sunday, January 29th. It's been a little over a month since my last video, and like I mentioned in my previous video, my mom and dad came to visit. We went to Tokyo Disneyland. It was great. If you want to see pictures of that, I'm going to add that in at the very end of this video, so you can check that out. In the previous video, I also mentioned I wanted to do not one but two Pirates of the Caribbean cross stitch pieces, which I'm sadly disappointed to say that I didn't stitch on them after all. Shortly after uploading that video, I went on the Disneyland app and saw that the ride was closed for renovation, and I kind of lost motivation to stitch on it, which I'm still kind of upset about. I want to at least start them. I still have them kitted up, ready to go. I just haven't had a chance to stitch on it, so yeah. I did do another whip. I believe I started this back in November, but I took this with me to Tokyo and I completed it January 9th. So here's my Dolly Mama piece. I know normally I say I don't stitch when I have family over, but sometimes I just need to take a little whip with me, either on the plane or in the hotel or whatever. So this is my holiday shoppertunist whip that I worked on, just to have something to stitch on. And since I finished it on January 9th, it's my official first finish of the year. So yes, there's that. What else? Okay, there was someone who mentioned in the comments that what is WIPGO, who calls the numbers. I'm sorry I wasn't too clear on that video. The numbers are called by Jess and Mary from Jess and Mary Does Stuff here on YouTube. She is the admin for the Facebook page, and I believe she has Instagram. I follow her on the Facebook page and then her YouTube channel, Instagram. I only heard that she has Instagram. I don't really follow it, so I can't really speak too much about that. So for January and February numbers, she has posted it on both the Facebook page and her YouTube channel, and she posted them on the 25th, which is one of the few changes that has been made for this year for WIPGO. People asked for a few extra days to get things straightened out for the following month, so she heard us and she's doing this. But yeah, she's the one who calls the numbers. I'll put a link to the Facebook page, her YouTube channel, and then she also did a video recently talking about the changes in WIPGO and also overall, like, how does WIPGO work. So I'll put that in the description box below for anyone who else has questions about WIPGO. Hopefully that can help you out. Yeah, moving on to WIPGO. WIPGO numbers for January that was called was number 6 and number 10. For me, 6 was, well, hold on first. If you're brand new, you didn't watch my previous video, I have two WIPGO boards. So I have my BAPs, which is like my bigger whips, and then I have my smalls. So I want to start with my smalls. I have 12 smalls and they're on the board 2 times each. My BAPs, there's 5 of them and they're on the board 5 times each. So for my smalls, number 6 was Welcome to Hogwarts. Here is what it's going to look like when it's completed. And then here's my picture of my start with the 6,451 stitches. And here is my goal completed with 8,466 stitches. That's 2,015 stitches. Number 10 was Visit Hogsmeade. Here is a picture of what's supposed to look like when it's finished. This was a new start for me, so I started at 0 stitches and I stopped at 2,009 stitches. Most of my whips I have on Pattern Keeper, which helps keep track of all my stitches, so that's how I know how many stitches I've had. Yeah, I think all but 3 of my whips between the 2 boards. 3 of them are not on my pattern keeper. Everything else is on pattern keeper, which makes things so much easier. Now moving on to my BAPS board. Numbers 6 and number 10 for that is actually the same whip because I have 5 pieces on the board 5 times each. So for these, each time the numbers are called, my goal is 3,000 stitches. So for January, I had the same whip twice, which is my Harry Potter book cover. Here's what it looks like when it's supposed to be completed. Here's a picture of my start of 1,349 stitches. Here is my first goal completed at 4,349 stitches. And here is my stop for the month at 7,349 stitches. Oops. Okay, so that is my January's goals. I completed everything for the month. I'm super happy and excited. I can't believe I did that. I barely finished this last few stitches on the 27th, 2 days ago, which worked out pretty good because yesterday we went to see cherry blossoms. If you're interested in seeing Japanese cherry blossoms, it only lasts for like 2 to 3 weeks here in Japan. So we went yesterday. Last year we missed the cherry blossoms because of Omicron. We were on lockdown and we couldn't go anywhere, and once the lockdowns lifted, it was already kind of the end of the cherry blossom season. So this year we made sure we went so I didn't have to miss it again. And I took some really good pictures, so I'm going to put a few of those right after my Disneyland pictures. So if you're still watching, the cherry blossoms, they're not blossoming yet in Tokyo or in mainland Japan. I live in Okinawa, where we're like 2 or 3 hours flight away from mainland Japan. So here it's slightly warmer, and I think that helps with the cherry blossoms bloom a little bit earlier here. Well, I have a friend who's her family stationed up in mainland Japan, and it's snowing there, so their cherry blossoms are not going to bloom for another few weeks at least. So yeah, cherry blossom pictures at the very end of my Disneyland pictures. Moving on to WIPGO February, numbers were number 7 and number 11, which my Harry Potter book cover was again on my WIPGO board, which is fine. So here is my start for February, and again it's 7,349 stitches. Number 11 is Wizard Alley. Here's what it's going to look like when it's complete. Here's a picture of my start of 4,224 stitches. I do have it right here. It's ready to go. It's all kitted up, but I already have it in here and I didn't want to pick it up and move it around. It's actually on my longest quantum frames, and I don't have the space to actually physically pick it up and show it to you, so that's why I did a picture for that. But yeah, that is my start. My small boards, number 7 is All Aboard the Hogwarts Express. So here's a picture of what that's going to look like when it's complete. And here's my start at 4,894 stitches. And number 11 is a new start. Welcome to Diagon Alley. Here's what it's supposed to look like when it's complete. And here's my start. 0 stitches. It's kind of interesting that, oh, I'm starting to get hiccups. Sorry. Yes, so like I was saying, it's kind of interesting that all 4 of my small starts, I'm only stitching on them once, but they're all from the same seller. I recently tried to look for the seller on Etsy. Their store is no longer there. I don't know why. I don't know who the person is behind the store. I just know it's Country Magic Stitches, and I believe they have a website. But it's like an unconventional way of purchasing the charts. So I'm not going to promote it too much. But if I ever find that store, I'll put a link down below. If not, I think they might have a Facebook page, but I'm not sure. But yeah, it's I purchased the first 3 charts years ago, and then I found out that they had a 4th one. So that's why I know, like, the shop's not quite there. I'm not sure what happened, but yeah. Okay, anyways, moving on. So that is all my whips. My goals for February. I have 4 different whips this time. Hopefully things go smoothly, much smoother than January did. Another reason why January was a little hectic for us is because my kids were also sick, and they got me and my husband sick, so we're all like recovering from whatever it was. But I think my daughter brought home from school, because I talked to one of my friends whose daughter goes to the same school as my daughter, and they had the same symptoms. So I think that's when my daughter picked it up, was from school. But anyways, yeah, so January will be much smoother, hopefully. And I'll get all my whips done. Hopefully I can start some of the other whips that are not on my WIPGO board, and I'll have even more whips to show you in my next video. But I guess you're gonna have to come back and see what I end up doing. Thanks so much for watching and subscribing. And again, I'm gonna put videos, or not videos, pictures of my travel to Tokyo Disneyland, as well as the cherry blossoms here in Okinawa, Japan. And I'll see you guys next time. Until then, happy stitching. Bye.